Okay, guys, we got an alternator, new belt, and a power steering, new belt. So we're gonna replace them both. This is a warranty, so I'm gonna swap him since we changed the water. I'm changing the water pump on this. I'm not doing a video on that, but we're gonna knock this baby out. So what you to take out the belt from the alternator, what you want to do is you want a 14 millimeter. Make sure this is on off, and you are gonna loosen that bottom bolt on the alternator, all the way in the bottom. Hey, what is going on? What is going on? Okay, turn the light in here. Turn the light over. So I got this 14. I'm gonna just loosen it. 2 to 3 turns. And once it's loose, you're gonna see your alternator start to move. We're gonna lose this upper bolt here too, for the alternator. And counterclockwise, this baby goes that way. And your alternator should fall back just like that, and your belt should come off. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna take it off on the bottom. Okay, I'll take the belt off from the bottom. So we're gonna go to the bottom and take off the belt. So I'm gonna be changing that water pump. I am not gonna record the water pump. You see it's leaking right there, but this belt gotta come off, and that's how this belt comes off. Okay, that alternator. Can you put your hand from the top? Push that alternator forward. Okay, so there you go. This is the belt for the alternator. I gotta return this one, and we're gonna take off the second belt because that belt gotta go in first, and then this belt will go in. Okay, so, but I am gonna change the water pump, and at the same time, we're gonna take off this belt right now. Okay, so we're gonna take off the second belt. Okay, that belt gotta go in first before this belt because it's behind it. So what we're gonna do is, this is a 19 millimeter. There's no adjustment, no nothing on that belt, so it's got to be popped on. So what we're gonna do is, I'm gonna use this pry bar. Go ahead, turn it. My friend here is gonna help me turn it. Don't stop. Keep turning. Keep turning. You see the belt will slip off. Keep going. And go ahead, keep going, don't not stop. There you go, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. And the belt is off, that's it. The belt is out of here. There's your belt. Okay, we didn't change this last time. This belt is old. We thought it was good, but it was good, but I see there's a piece missing of it. So we'll change this one. This one's garbage. Okay, so give us some time. We're gonna change the pump and we're gonna come back and do that belt. Okay, so I got this belt here. So what we're gonna do is, this belt go on the inner edge. So the belt goes on the inner edge lip of this crank pulley. So once I get this on, what we're gonna do is make sure it's sitting properly. Sometimes it will be off, that's okay. You just keep spinning it and it will find its spot. So what my friend here is gonna do is, he's gonna turn the crank pulley. Okay, so got the belt on. So there is a 14 millimeter in here and a 14 millimeter to loosen it. And make sure your belt is on properly, because I made a mistake. It was right there. There's timing marks up here. There's like a little thing that's sticking out, so the belt can be above it. And once you get it properly, the belt should be free like that. And now what you want to do is, what I'm going to do here is, to tighten this belt, I could use the support of this crank pulley. Just take it easy. And there you go. And all I need to do is lock up that 14 right there. But I'm going to do it with the help of my friend, so we can lock up the bolt and be nice and tight at the same time. So do that, and then we'll move on to the alternator belt. All right, so I'm gonna do this single-handedly. So what I want to do is, I'm gonna pull this crank pulley, the power steering pulley more, and I'm gonna lock up this bolt nice and tight. That's all it takes, and the belt is nice and tight. That's it. Okay, to know that your belt is nice and tight and it's good tightness, you should be able to grab this and do this. Okay, you shouldn't be able to do this and just, you see I'm forcing it now. You shouldn't go beyond that. Okay, you should be able to do that. If it's too tight, it's gonna be so hard for you to even do this. So this is perfectly good. All right, so we're done here. We're gonna put on the other belt. Okay, so I put this alternator belt on, and we're gonna go in the bottom. I'm gonna just fix it up on the power steering pump. So very simple, goes around the pump, under the compressor, onto the crank, and then we'll come and lock it up from up here. All right, so what we're gonna do is, we're gonna put this around there. Remember, our alternator is loose up there, so we should be able to pull it forward and put this belt on, and that didn't work out for me well. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go back down. Okay, I brought the lift bit down, and this car is not so easy to work on, even though it looks easy. Can you pull the alternator forward? Can you do it or no?
Yeah.
Is it forward?
Yep.
It can't, because I can't get the belt on still.
You want me to pull on the wheelie, right?
Okay, so the belt goes around the pump this way, okay? I had it going this way. It wasn't fitting properly. So all I need to do is tighten the tensioner from the top, and it's all done. So that's it. That's how you're gonna put the belts on this baby. And all we need to do is tighten it up. Bada bing, bada boom. Okay, so if I gotta tighten that belt on this alternator, I don't like to go into the windings, and this is solenoid here. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna push this AC line back that way. I'm gonna go right behind, okay, I'm gonna have to find a good spot. This is a good spot right here. That's not a good spot. Can't go behind the solenoid. And this is my ratchet that's gonna lock everything up for me. So this is a good spot, is it? Yep. There you go. Perfect, okay. What I wanna do now is I want to check the belt. Sometimes you gotta let the car run, because the belt will become loose because it's new. It will stretch a bit. So, and you don't want to go crazy tight either, because you will damage the components. And that should be good enough. Lock this baby up, and I still gotta lock up the bottom 14 bolt. Lock up the bottom bolt, and you're all done.